Freak, and we are in the studio today. Another episode coming at you 100 mile an hour. Woo, jeez, miss it. But yeah, we're in the studio. All you well wishers, the guys who are following this channel, it's growing on a daily basis. We've only been like second episode in, and we've got like 350 subscribers.
Yeah, man.
Get in there.
But yeah, strong right now.
It's good. It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
The vibe's good. The vibe's good. People are talking about it. That's what it's about. This podcast. Let's get up to 1,000 subscribers. I think you guys will be there. In the studio, it's the motivation athlete Ali Rashid Tra.
And it's Bearded Mo, food reviewer. I don't know why I keep saying food reviewer, but it's
No. You gotta do the yo.
Okay, yo, it's Bearded Mo.
See, it's like his program today. Yo, it's Bearded Mo, and he lets go.
Today we're going to be talking about steroids. Yeah, steroids been taking the world by storm.
Steroids,
you know, everyone's taking it, and the reopening of gyms is very, very near. People are going to be thinking about taking them. What do you know about steroids?
You know, by the time you guys get this aired, gyms must have opened. It might be the first or second day in, or it might be 1-2 days before.
Yeah.
But to be fair, steroids, it's a massive taboo subject. I think it's a lot of people use them and they don't admit to them because of the fact that they think that, you know, you look at someone, they think they're growing in 6 weeks time, they put on like 14 pounds of muscle, water retention. You could tell the side effects. I've been around, they say, steadheads all my life, you know what I mean? And I'll tell you about my steroid use if you think I'll be taking it or not. We'll come to that towards the latter part of this.
Towards the end, yeah. We'll reveal it all.
We will. Just keep watching and, you know, just... but steroids, massive taboo subject. It's used in the bodybuilding, powerlifting world massively. You can't even step onto the professional bodybuilder scene unless you're a user, like Olympia, Universe, you know, all these local like derbies that you have where people are like going for like Mr. Britain, Mr. England and whatever else.
But it's sad really though, because you see little kids nowadays, they're like, oh, we want to be like Arnold, and they don't realise that your natural body you can't get to that naturally. No matter how much protein you have, you cannot get to that naturally. You need
enhancements.
Yeah.
The reality about steroids, the reality is that, to be fair, anybody who starts using the gym, when they realise that they've hit plateaus or, you know, stagnant in growth, or they're not growing, or they're not performing, they're not becoming as strong as they were, as they wanted to be, psychologically they're not developing, they're looking at the person next to them, they want to out-bench them, out-press them, out-squat them, out-lift them, out-pose them, outgrow them. All these out will take you out if you take steroids.
No, it's true though, it's true. Because when you go to the gym, you know, you might not admit it, but it does get very, very competitive in there. You know, you might not see it at first, but when you're hitting them, you know, 120, 130 bench presses, and then you're stuck there.
Easy, big weight there, mate.
I think you're stuck there, as I am right now, and I'm contemplating, I'm not really contemplating, but when you're stuck at like 130 kg, for an example, bench press, and you're there for about 2 months and it's not going up, things do start coming to your mind, and you hear people talking, and then you think, oh wow, I want a chest like him. You know what I mean? And
then you get them guys talking in your ears. You start asking, where can I get some testosterone? Or where can I get some S400? Or where can I get Dynamo? That's where it starts, the Dynamo. It's all from Arnold. Even these people were taking steroids back in the day. They were taking smaller doses than today, and they were taking chemical enhancements.
But the wolf on the hill. But look, the wolf on the hill, right, is not as hungry as the wolf climbing the hill.
That's true.
See?
He's not as hungry, but when he wants the food, it's there.
The way steroids have developed over the years and all that stuff, will come into that. But to be fair, it is reality. A lot of people are taking them, and I personally think all the casual, to forget the competition and competitive bodybuilders or whatever else, lifters. But I think generalizing. Out of 100% of gym users, casual users, I think at least 40 or 50% are taking steroids.
I think some kind of enhancement. I think steroids itself probably 20%, but some kind of sorts of like.
You have steroids, then you have like you got the tablets that you can get. They're called I forgot. Well, you get a lot of oral supplements nowadays that are actually on the shelves of health shops. You can buy them online, and basically they're the same thing as steroids. It'll come to me in a minute, but people are taking them, and also, you know, like some of the supplements that you take, the guidelines to supplementation is very, very lax, and they put a lot of companies are using steroid kind of formulas into their powders. So when you're taking like mass gainers, they're putting stuff in there that'll make you grow.
Yeah.
When you take in like some of the creatine, they'll put stuff in there that'll make you strong.
Yeah.
And so you'll use that creatine again and again.
Yeah.
So it's things like that you gotta watch out when you're taking fat burners. They're putting things in there that'll shred you. That are actually, you know, they're actually cutting anabolics.
Yeah. They make you in shape.
Yeah, of course.
So obviously, such a high percentage of people use steroids. Do you know anyone personally that you know that been taking steroids? Like they were skinny one day and then after a month.
Do you take steroids?
Me?
You were skinny one day and then you come with these massive boulders, mate. What's going on?
Nah, no, nothing. No, listen, I'm not gonna reveal too much. I'm gonna wait till the end.
Oh, you're gonna tell us at the end as well?
I'm gonna tell you everything about my
steroid use.
Yeah. If I've taken it.
He's told you he's steroid.
If I've taken it, of course.
Yeah. Okay. Do you know anyone who's taking it?
Me? No, not really. Do you know what it is?
Do you look at some of your mates and stuff and think, this guy, man, what's he doing?
You know what it is? Not from my mates, because most of my mates don't really go to the gym. Well, they do go to the gym, but they're on and off.
Age group guys, in your era, like, kind of thing.
Yeah, and I think, yeah, you know what, in fact I have. I've seen a few where they're just like, really skinny. Yeah.
The term is suck.
Yeah, just sucked fully, yeah, and then literally, after about 2-3 months. Yeah, 2-3 months, literally.
They got swollen, man.
Literally 18-inch biceps like yourself.
Yeah.
And
18 centimeters.
And then the funny thing is, they would never admit it. They'll be like, oh no, we're just taking this protein powder, we're taking this. But really, they're taking like the tablets, they're injecting
oral injections.
They're doing it all. So, you know, if you see someone out there that you think, wow, I want a body like him, he's grown so much in a couple of months, and they're saying to you, oh no, it's natural, it's in my genes, don't believe them. Obviously there's a small percentage that there is, but most of
them kind of genes are not Levi's, trust me, they're more D-square type of genes. They're like, you know what I mean, expensive genes. Yeah. They're like Arnold's genes, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, but me, myself, I know personally, at least 70% of guys I've trained with have taken steroids, at least 70%. Because I only train with like people who are maybe strong or stronger than me. You know, they won't tell you straight away, but when you start talking to them and then you start probably out-repping them, maybe sometimes you're not as strong as them because they've got the peak one press that's more than you, they're probably heavier than you, they're probably stronger on chest than you, or they're stronger on squat than you. Like, they won't be stronger all around, but they'll have that one strong body part. I tell you what, you know when you talk to Asian people, they won't admit they take steroids.
Yeah.
They find it like disrespectful. Why do it then?
Exactly.
Why do it if you can't be man enough to say I've taken it?
Yeah.
But anyway, they won't admit. But you know the casual like the white people, Afro-Caribbean, they kind of let on as well. You know they say that they take steroids. They'll admit, yeah, I'm taking tests, bro. I'm taking tests 400, bro. I take like 400 mil of tests a week, and I take 200 off sustanon. They tell you all kinds of stuff that they're taking. A lot of injections more than orals. And I'll tell you the advantage and disadvantage of taking steroids, we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
But I know loads of people have taken it and I've seen them grow and I've seen them kind of maintain a certain kind of strength or certain kind of posture in the way they look. But then I've seen them get sucked as well when they come off them.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm like, you're off it, innit? And they're like, yeah, how did you know? Then they're all like paranoid, like.
Yeah.
Then they're like, they go from this like, but you know what? No, but I'm still all right, you know.
Yeah.
Like I psych them out because then I want to beat them in the session. So I just like, you're looking a bit sucked there, bro. And then I'm out repping them because the psyche. I've just done an Arnold to him, what he does to Louis.
Yeah.
Big Louis.
So of course there's benefits and pros and cons to him, but I believe that the benefits are very little compared to the side effects that you get. Let's quickly go through the benefits. To be honest, from the top of my head, the only benefit I know is that you could probably bench more than another person for only a certain period of time, and then when you get off it, like you said, you get sucked and you lose your power. It's very hard to maintain it. You might look better. In fact, I wouldn't even say look better because sometimes it could, you get deformities as well. It's not like, oh yeah, you're gonna take steroids, go to the gym for 2 weeks and then you look like Arnold. Of course. Do you know any other benefits?
Obviously you're gonna start getting swollen because you're gonna get a lot of water retention. Like your face will swell up. So you can tell steroid users by the way the face goes puffy and the neck. That's one of the signs. The other sign is you really see trap development. More than anything, steroid users the traps develop and the shoulders get more bolder.
No wonder your traps are looking quite
Yeah, this is it, mate.
No wonder. You know when you're taking pictures of yourself?
That's right.
Send me pictures
this.
of yourself. Send me
Come on. But yeah, the trap starts looking swollen, the face starts getting water retention, they'll start getting like maybe more agitated and more aggressive when they're pressing the weights. You could tell like they can't wait to get their set done, like they're ready to go again. Like
roid rage.
Yeah, roid rage, but it's more about the adrenaline is constantly like, you know, like you have a pre-workout, everyone's taking a pre-workout. If you haven't, then you ain't lived, because you need to know you crash off pre-workouts if it's crap. But yeah, so like when you have pre-workout, you're edging to get back on. So I finish my set, you're going on, I'm like standing over, yeah, hurry up, bro, hurry up.
Yeah.
That's what they do, they're like ready to go again.
Really,
and they consistently be able to push heavier weight for more sets. That's another sign of taking steroids, or they might be just coming off it. And also, your testosterone level spikes. This is the most important thing, especially men. Your testosterone level spikes. So this is also, now we're going to go to a negative from a positive.
Yeah.
So your natural test levels, say at my age, they drop like 30% and then they drop again.
Oh, you get 25?
Yeah, I'm
27.
27. When I was 21, I was peaking my test levels. When you get to 30, you lose about 30%.
Yeah.
You get to like hit the 40s, you get to 50%.
Yeah.
So that's what happens. But anyway, test levels, the spike. So when you take artificial testosterone, because that's what steroids are, the injectable testosterone, right? So they'll inject testosterone, and what happens, they might inject 400 mil a week, for example. Your natural levels might be 120. Now you're getting 400 mil. Your recovery is going to be 4 times better. Your growth is going to be 4 times better. Your appetite is going to be increased to match what your muscle growth is. So you're going to be eating more. That's another sign of people taking steroids.
Yeah.
And also your recovery is going to be 4 times quicker. So you could, if you're going for training once every 3 days, you'll be training every single day.
Yeah.
You'll be edging to do. And when you know the steroid users, they're the kind of guys who are doing one body part. They'll even go and just do arms.
Yeah.
They're going to just do traps, because they just want to maximize the testosterone. Yeah. Going into the negatives, right? The testosterone level, once they come off it, it shuts down. Once they hit the first injection, your natural test level shuts off.
Yeah.
Now, testosterone develops in the just under the testicles of the male, the testes, and that's why it's called testosterone. What happens is when you hit that first injection, it's artificial. Your body don't know what's going on, so it shuts your natural test levels down. Now that's a danger, because what happens if the first time users don't get the maximum benefit, second, third time users, they start relying on it and they naturally shut the test down. It becomes harder to start that off when they get off it. So now they're taking 400 mil for like 8 weeks, you can say. When they come off it, what happens, your test level depletes. So instead of going to 300, 200, 100, 0, it won't stop there, it'll go to minus 50, minus 100, minus 200.
Wow.
Yeah? Then it stops at the bottom. Now, what happens is with testosterone, once they come off the steroids, they're going to take things that are going to be enhancers, that are female hormones that basically bring up your test levels. So it's like taking a negative and a negative to bring a positive in your testosterone level. So they'll take that. And those people who don't know what they're doing, this is why they start looking suck and they start getting gyno and everything else. Gynecomastia around the chest, nipples part of the men. They carry a lot of fat there, but you naturally do. But when you've been taking steroids and you didn't come off it correctly and take all the stuff, the inhibitors that you need to take, your body starts looking mess. And you could tell the steroid users after, like some guys when you're young you can't tell, but 2, 3, 4 years after they've taken the cycle, that's when you could start seeing the body looking a bit funny. You know what I mean? So
I've seen a few people and in the gym, and when they take the tops off, you see acne all over their back. That's another sign.
Yeah, that's when they come off it though, and they're not come off it correctly.
So
boldness,
like yourself.
Me.
No wonder that explains. I was always wondering, you're 27 years old, you're bald.
I was bald at 19, mate. I had the Stan Collymore haircut back in the day. I was one of the first to go bald. And then they called me Stone Cold. And then they didn't know I was out cold.
So shrunken testicles is another one.
And it depletes your sperm count, depletes it completely. Like, so if you're trying for children and stuff, or you're trying to be fertile, you don't want to be messing around with steroids, mate.
And it's not only for men as well, for women as well. Women could grow like facial hair.
Facial hair, deep voices, their private parts get swollen. It's like they start getting men features, because women are built on estrogen. Men are built on testosterone. When they take testosterone, they start looking like men, bolder shoulders, traps. You know what I mean? So that's how you know females and it's when they're taking steroids.
Yeah, no, that's really, really interesting. So, you know, moral of the story is the side effects outweigh the benefits.
Also, the side
completely.
effects, you know, psychologically, this is the most important one. You know, when we're talking about mental illness, mental illness, a lot of people become mentally unstable after steroids because they can't get them highs, they can't push them weights, they start injuring themselves, they start looking to, they're thinking they can push the same weight. They do when they first come off it, if they're taking the inhibitors properly, but once they come off it, like you're talking 2 months after, they can't press the same weight because depending on what steroids you're taking, if it's, a lot of people take orals as well as injectables, the orals stay in your system, they go through your liver twice, they're called 17 alkaline. And what happens is they go through your liver once and they pass through again before they actually go into your system. Now, that's why oral steroids are the worst in side
liver
effects.
tumours as well.
Liver tumours, you know, kidney,
blood clots.
blood clot, ras clot, yo. Yeah, and they get like all kinds of. But oral steroids, a lot of people don't want to inject because they don't know the science behind injecting, how much to take, what they're taking, where to inject in, and also when you inject in, they're taking in like they have a thin needle to inject in either the delt or either the thigh, and they keep swapping 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. Even in the buttocks, So my point is, you'll start seeing needle marks, especially when they're getting changed and stuff. Don't take them.
Don't take them.
Don't touch them.
Don't touch them.
Fix up, look sharp, brass clot.
Especially if you're young, you know, if you're 30, 35, 40, even 40, you got enough testosterone to build muscle. You don't need
and
stuff
the
like that.
natural ways to spike your testosterone, which is very important that you need to know. Like, there's foods you can take, like fish and eggs, that naturally increase your test levels. And when you get to 35, 40, if you feel like you're getting tired, or you feel like you can't press the weight, go and have a testosterone check from your doctor. He will tell you the natural recommended where you're at and where you should be. And if you're under and you naturally spoke to a doctor, they can put you on TRT, testosterone replacement therapy. And naturally, but you rather have that from the doctors. But a lot of people, when they take steroids, they can't live like a normal people 10 years on. They have to have TRT, otherwise they can't perform as males and all that stuff. Their natural drives are dead. So that's what I mean. It's like it's short-term gain, long-term pain.
Just stay off it.
Stay off it. You don't need it. All right, have you taken it?
Okay, that's what I was gonna get to just now.
Come on, I'm getting to it.
Okay.
Have you taken it? Have you taken it? Have you taken it?
No. I've never taken it. I've never taken it.
Let's do it again because you're lying. Have you taken it?
No.
No, we're getting a third time looking at me. Have you taken it?
No.
I believe
I've never taken it. I've never.
So how did you get swollen, man?
Swollen? I'm not swollen. I'm soaked right now.
No, don't give me that. How did you get swollen?
You just gotta eat good. Eat good. If anything, take protein shakes. And if you really wanna, you're really into the gym, take pre-workouts because that's what really gets you into the zone. Really makes you push for them extra reps. But only do that if you're actually a proper gym user. Don't be just taking it on a normal daily basis like, you know, like it's nothing. But just, it's all about eating good. It's all about eating good. Just eat loads, train hard, and you get gains. What about you?
No.
I definitely don't believe you.
Why are you laughing for, man?
Let's I don't believe you.
No. Why is this guy laughing, man?
You actually haven't taken it?
I've never taken
No,
gear,
hold on.
Yeah.
No, I'm messing. Have you never taken it?
You know what? I'm going to be honest with you right now on camera. I have been tempted so many times to take gear, so many times, but I've seen people get shut down on gear. I've seen a lot of side effects, and every time I've bought steroids, I've bought them, I've had them in my possession, then I think I'm going to take them next week. And then something's happened, someone's put me off them, something's not happened, something's not gone right. And I've ended up just passing them on to people who take them. But my point is, I've never taken them, I've been tempted to take them. I have taken tablets that I call, and I can't remember the name for them, man. You know, from the health shop. Estrogens. No, not that estrogens. Not estrogens, man. I forgot what they're called, man. Years ago. And what happened, I started growing on them, and then I started researching them, and they were actually a lesser form of steroids, they said, but there's short-term gains on them, but they are supplementation. They're passed away in the health shops.
Yeah.
And I forgot the name, and I should really tell you guys the name.
I'll put it up on the video.
Because you guys should stay away from these.
Yeah. Because
these will give you the side effects of steroids. They're legal steroids in shops, in health shops. And they dry you out. What they do is they dry out your bones, your joints, and everything else. They're not good for you. They'll increase your strength. They will definitely increase your strength.
So anyway, that's it's a no from both of us, unfortunately or fortunately. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And any final words?
Yeah. Don't take steroids.
Don't take steroids.
Freedom!
Peace.